With this video, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. This is going to be prepping the AC ductless. Anyway, as you see, I drilled 4 holes in each corner. I'm going to take a Sawzall from here to here, from each circle, and make an opening approximately 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. The reason why it's going to be that large is because I'm going to run 2 line sets. One's going to run from the other side of the house to here. It's going to be on the flip side. And to run, of course, line set channel would be way too lengthy and it wouldn't be as efficient. So I'm going to run one set going to the other side of the house and another set going to the front of the house. And that's basically about it. So I just wanted to show you exactly how I'm going through the house. Okay, what I did here was, of course, drill outside. And then I made a level mark approximately right there. Okay, that was 4 feet, I guess. And then another mark there, and I actually drilled through. And what I did was, first I drilled a hole right here, straight through the house. And then the top of the radius of the drill hole, I went up about 1.25 inches from the top of the drill hole. And I went down at an angle, like that, and I drilled down. And I don't know if you can see inside. There you go. It's at an angle now. So it goes straight down at an angle. And this one, of course, the bottom one, goes straight through. So this one at an angle, this one straight through. And this bit right here, this hole also is approximately 2.5 inches. And then what I did was, this is actually the piece that came off the top. You can actually see that it was an angle. And what I would do is I would actually clean out, let me get the bit here, pieces at a time. I'd use a screwdriver and pop them, or if I had to, I'd use a chisel and cut it. But either way, I'd pry them out, and I'd go in probably 3/4 of an inch at a time and pull the waste out. Whether it was the foam. The foam is the first thing you want to get out of there, because that's definitely wasted space. And then the piece of siding, which can definitely mess everything up. Go over here, you start, you can see it actually starting to wrap around the bit, which makes it a lot more difficult. So basically, that's how I drilled through the home. And when I bend it, the bend's going to be a lot nicer. There's not going to be any kinks. And of course, this is the control wire. I'll probably run this separately. And that's basically about it. So the line set's going to go from there down to here, and on the other side of this house, approximately right there, if I could drill a hole with my lens, is the compressor. So it's going to run underneath and be more protected from the elements, and everything's insulated, of course, underneath, and will keep the line sets a little warmer or cooler, depending upon which mode it's on. Anyway, that's about it. Okay, this application, actually this is the other line set hole, and basically did the same thing. Just wanted to give you a little look-see on this one. And top one is at an angle, and the bottom one goes straight through. And this is where I came out, the house. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually run the line set, instead of going into the basement, you could do the same thing on the top. Basically, you'd have to probably drill right below the gutter, underneath the fascia, somewhere in that area, and of course, go straight through, and then one at an angle. And you can actually use a Sawzall too, and do it the same way. I made the hole next to the compressor to run all the line sets into the compressor from outside, in this application, the basement. But if you wanted to run it through the attic, you could do it this way too, and then you just have to figure out a way to run the line sets down into the compressor, which I would do through the attic, and then maybe use 1 or 2 covers to run it down into the compressor, wherever your compressor is. So it can be run through the attic or the basement. And the thing that's nice about doing that is you can take the excess of line set if you don't want to flare it, and just loop it and keep it in the attic or keep it in the basement. And you have a drain hose, of course, that's coming down, so you can run your line set cover, even if it's going on the top, straight down, and it will cover the drain tube, which is nice. And then you can always just make sure the cover goes higher up to where the fascia is, where it actually is going into the attic if you're running your line sets through the attic. I just wanted to point that out.